A few days ago, I was scrolling through my YouTube feed like any other day when I encountered this video. How I learned to speedrun Minecraft in 1 week. I thought to myself, oh, I've been doing a little bit of speedrunning. I want to see how this guy's doing. Surely he's not better than me, right? The video was actually really good. I recommend watching it if you're interested in elementary Minecraft speedrunning. He covers a bunch of strats necessary to get a decent run, and the video is just entertaining in general. As I reached the end of the video, he had gotten a time of 28 minutes and 6 seconds, which is really good for 1 week of practice. Some would even say, it's too good. Those people are me. I've done some speedrunning myself and I've only finished one run, with a time of 45 minutes, over 17 minutes slower than this dude. And to top it all off, he started his video with this.
I'm actually not that good at playing Minecraft.
Me, being a chronic tryhard, couldn't let this slide. He was indirectly humiliating me and everyone else who had a time below his. As his journey ended, mine had just begun. I was going to beat this random dude in playing Minecraft moderately fast, even if it's the last thing I do. You'd expect that when I watched his video, I would see him do a bunch of crazy things that I didn't know how to do, leading to him saving 17 minutes over me. But surprisingly, this wasn't the case. In his video, he started from scratch, knowing very little about speedrunning. He had to learn bastions, he had to learn to one cycle, he even had to figure out how to use the pie chart, which, to casual players, seems damn near impossible. But all of these were things that I already knew how to do. There was, however, one thing clearly different. Trigonometry. You see, in order to find the stronghold, Mojang intends for you to follow your Eyes of Ender until they turn around and eventually travel downwards. But this is slow, and we don't like slow. So instead, some genius speedrunners figure out how to triangulate. The way it works is simple. You throw one eye to measure the precise angle. You then move a little bit in a 90-degree angle and throw another one. Using advanced maths that I definitely am incapable of doing, you use these two numbers to find the exact location of the stronghold. This means you can travel there without throwing a bunch of eyes, and if you have enough obsidian, through the nether. Now, speedrunners don't do this in their heads, and instead use a calculator. I hadn't used this tool before, as it seemed tricky to set up, but my rival using it, saving 6 minutes over my completed run. It dawned on me. In order to beat this fierce opponent, I had to start using the calculator. And it was actually really easy. Guys, this is so cool, watch this. I have my Eyes of Ender, and I go to throw one. I lower my FOV, I look at it, then I activate a macro to zoom in even more. Then I get the precise angle, and look at that. It gives an estimate of where it is. Now that's not entirely accurate. So I'm going to move a little bit over here. We're going to do the same thing again. And now it gives us a 100% chance of the stronghold being in an exact location. I teleport down there, and look at this. I'm just here. It just works. How cool is that? I had done it. I had learned to calculate the exact stronghold coordinates using maths I thought I'd never use. When comparing our runs, the time save he got from using this was equal to about 6 minutes over me, meaning that had I used this strat, I would have knocked my time down to a 39-minute run, which is better, but not nearly enough to beat his 28-minute run. There was still 11 minutes of time save needed, so I went back to my original run and looked for mistakes. As I suspected, there were a lot. But before we get to that, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel. I want to hit 200 subscribers before the end of August, and according to YouTube Analytics, it will be very easy for you guys to get me there. So if you're enjoying the video, then please do subscribe. Yeah, I watched it back, and there were a lot of mistakes. The big one was not grabbing food. I was forced to navigate the bastion on low health and with no sprint, making the whole thing very slow and ineffective. I found some hoglins with broken AI, and their pork chops were dropped into lava. I also got stuck in a cobweb for like 30 seconds, which is no way to go fast. I now had a list of my mistakes, and I knew what I had to practice. I spent some time practicing bastions and one cycles using different practice maps, and after some time with each, I felt like I was finally ready to start my first run. I started my first run. After boating around for a bit, I found a buried treasure and dug down to find lava. That went great. Run number 2 died to not finding a fortress. Run 3 died to not finding anything before the sunken cost fallacy started to kick in. All the runs I did just failed and failed. There was a silver lining, however. Each of the mistakes I had to avoid were being avoided. I was remembering to grab food, I was remembering to avoid cobwebs like the plague. Maybe I was just getting unlucky. Maybe all I needed was a good seed and some good luck. If I could just enter a fortress, maybe it would all solve itself. Defeated, I went to bed for the night, thinking that tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do it. And when tomorrow came, this happened. I spawned into the best spawn I'd seen yet. I saw a temple, a lava pool, and I knew this was gonna be good. I went to the temple and explored the chests. I was blessed with 9 iron, enough for what I needed, and more. I got a tree, got flint, and then I went to the lava pool. I detected a bastion with my E counter, and I booked it. The bastion was a housing bastion, which is the fastest type, but I've never done a good housing route in a speedrun before, so I was a little nervous. I did a sketchy route, but managed to get all the pearls I needed for the run. I parried for a fortress, and detected one pretty close. I just managed to spot it in the corner of my eye, and started killing the blazes. Could this be it? Could this be the run to beat Road Odo? I dared not think about it. I got all my rods, left the nether, and used my fancy new calculator to find the stronghold. I went back to the nether, built a second portal, and found the stronghold. The nav was slow, but I found it at last. But then, disaster struck. I was going to set my spawn and kill myself to restore hunger, but I realized I didn't have any wood. And in case you didn't know, you need wood to make the beds to kill the dragon. I started digging up, where I found water. The portal room had been ocean exposed this entire time. If I had just looked, I wouldn't have wasted all the time in the nav. After getting some wood and food, I went back down. There was still a chance to beat Road Odo, but it was incredibly slim. And as I waited for the dragon to perch, the 2806 mark came and went. Come on! Please! It's too late. I can't do it. Maybe if I just had remembered to grab wood. If I would have had more food. So many things. Oh, it's not even sub 30, is it? I almost killed myself. It's not even sub 30. It's sub 30 at the very least. You'd think that getting this close to succeeding, only to fail at the last moment, would leave me demotivated and depressed. But in fact, the opposite happened. I now knew that I could do it. I once again knew what my mistakes were and how to avoid them, and I refused to accept defeat. So I went again. And again. And again. And again and again and again. Until finally, after hundreds of worlds and countless deaths, we finally got the run. I don't care if that PB's. That's impressive. Please give me something. That's probably something. Oh yeah, that's something. Oh, that's close. Holy shit, this is the one. As long as the dragon just behaves, this is it. Please. Come on. Is that it? No, it's not. Come on. You got 2 minutes. Go. There it is. Yes! We've done it! Oh, we're with like a minute to spare! Exactly! A minute to spare. Take that, Rododo! Take that! Oh. Holy shit.